Hey, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to react to Chapter 3 new ARG whatever plus new release date teased puppy Playtime. I'm really excited because I know Project Playtime whatever in season 2 or whatever. I actually really don't care about Project Playtime, I'm not gonna lie, but now we got this. I'm really excited, so let's go and watch it.
Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime just got a ton of updates from official photos of locations, a new release date for something, a brand new ARG being teased, and so much more. Like the video if you're excited, and as a reward, here's a photo of a cute mouse. So basically, Project Playtime's newest season dropped earlier last week, and while I've discussed the contents and lore in the game in other videos previously, over time it seems more and more secrets have been coming out hinting at Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 dropping literally like this month or next month, no joke. As if we go into
then
map,
I have to do videos
actually
on
outside of the map,
Playtime.
see some people's desks and setups hanging around, as if people at some point were actually working in this office. And in fact, if we go to the back of the map, we could see a Playcare poster here, which I'll retouch upon again later, along with another desk setup with a bunch of sticky notes sticking atop of it. Now, if we go out of the map and look at these sticky notes, which I was able to do thanks to It's Just George's great video about this topic, we are able to see 5 new sticky notes on top of the shelf reading, check Boxy Project, 0627 don't forget. This one says call a K, I believe, but I'm not sure. And then finally, tomorrow meeting in the theater, referencing the theater map. Plus, there's also another sticky note that says call K for some reason. Now, these sticky notes are incredibly cryptic and very hard to decipher, but I think I have a theory for what they all might mean. For starters, the first note reads check Boxy Project, which is most likely a reference to the Boxy Boo who we play in the game, which we learn about in the screening room of the game and in theories on my own, that Boxy Boo was the first creation of the Bigger Bodies initiative that created the big evil monsters we see in the game, and was specifically used to eat people like Rowan stole from the ARG. But for starters, this sticky note means that these were all created before the Bigger Bodies initiative started, since they were still testing and creating boxes. And it also means that the person using this desk was a higher up in the company, since we know from the Rowan stole tapes last November that most average everyday employees didn't know about the life-size toys in the factory being alive, so whoever owned this desk was incredibly important. And speaking of somebody important, there were also 2 sticky notes saying call K or Carl or Cam. I can't exactly read the name. However, whoever this is, for starters, they are completely new because I don't recognize this name at all. And also, they are very important to the company considering this mystery employee wrote multiple sticky notes reminding themselves not to miss their phone call. Perhaps they are the one responsible for what happened in the factory, or maybe they could be a new character we learn about later in, say, an ARG or something, which, trust me, we talk about shortly. And in fact, there's also this sticky note here saying don't forget June 27th, most likely telling us something important was supposed to happen on that day in the factory. And if we look at the day in real life, that's also only in like 20 days. So if they were to say drop something super big on that day, it would make perfect sense with the timeline, but we will get back to that. For now, the one I really want to focus on is this paper here that says tomorrow meeting at theater, suggesting that there was some sort of meeting or conference happening at the theater location, which is also another map inside of Project Playtime. And in fact, what's extremely interesting is that if we actually go into the theater map and go into the office area at the top, the location has since slightly updated, now revealing a little chalkboard chart by this desk, presumably used for this meeting in question, which we can also confirm is related to the previous location based on the sticky notes around the desk that are repeats from the other one. And during this said meeting, based on the chalkboard, we could see them drawing some plan of some sort, saying 1, complete the task, 2, pull the stronger walls, and 3, aboard the train, while also giving some diagrams showing them closing the walls on what I think is Kissy Missy, judged by the triangular stick figure shape, reminiscent of the female triangular stick figure shape used for signs. Along with a showing of a Mommy Longlegs hand reaching through a bunch of holes saying close pipes, and finally a hole here at the bottom that says they can't enter, hide there. So what is this exactly meant to mean? Well, to be honest, it's basically impossible to tell, and all we could do is theorize. But to me, it looks like some sort of escape plan that people were discussing if, say, things were to go wrong in the factory. As we could see them discussing different ways to hide and evade the toys around the factory. And not to mention, these diagrams also resemble multiple different exact scenes from Chapter 2, like the scene where Kissy Missy is behind the bars, and when we see Mommy Longlegs' arms chasing us through the pipes. As for this little hole at the bottom, I don't really know what it's for. Maybe it's a reference to the slides we see from chapter 2, or maybe it could reference the massive hole we see in the second chapter that is there for basically no reason. I mean, maybe this random gaping hole here is an escape plan made by these people at this meeting as a quick way to get down to the game station if they ever needed to. I don't know, maybe it's a stretch, but I'm just guessing. However, what's interesting about this desk setup is that beside it, we also see some new notes that read, if you are reading this, run. You are not safe. Leave this place. Along with a couple logs saying, day 1, we need to get some help. Everything is getting out of control. And then day 2 says, I'm freaking out. So clearly at some point, this employee at this desk would actually get attacked by something, which of course would make sense. And while this doesn't tell us too much, it's cool to see the employees actually in the creation process of Boxy Boo and seeing some of their meetings. However, with this new update to Project Playtime, it has started a lot of discussion in the community about what all of this could possibly mean, and what the date June 27th from the sticky note could be for. And while it wouldn't take long for people to theorize on their Discord servers and Twitter that possibly a new Poppy Playtime ARG could be happening, based on all the secrets hiding around and the previous maps updating to tell a hidden story, most likely to tease none other than Chapter 3. And what makes this even more interesting is that the Poppy Playtime security cam website initially used to tease Chapter 2 would suddenly out of nowhere reactivate to a bunch of static, leading to somebody making a tweet saying, the security camera website that Mob Games used to start teasing Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 that eventually led onto an ARG seems to be active again, unless it's always been like this, to which the developers would respond simply with a curious emoji, as if this was possibly teasing the security website to be reactivating in the future. They would even respond with this same emoji when Jord brought up all of the secrets that I just talked about in this video. And on Discord, somebody would even address these tweets asking about the ARG once again, to which one of the developers would react to the message with the same exact emoji. So to me, unless there's some wild trolling going on here, it sounds like the developers are basically screaming at us that a new ARG is going to be happening super soon inside of Project Playtime. In fact, in the screening room, we have this phone device that we will certainly be able to use at some point, perhaps to enter combinations, since throughout the game, we see tons of different writings on the walls that could possibly be used as codes. In Chapter 2, there was a deactivated phone number to call Patty Hall that maybe we could use. Or perhaps most importantly, in the rollout to Phase 2, the developers would randomly type the numbers 554 all over the place, which also could maybe be a code we'll need to enter in the future. Plus, back on the TV screen, there's other Easter eggs like Huggy Wuggy silhouettes showing up randomly. While playing some of the tapes, sometimes the letters execution plan and a bunch of zeros will show up, which is extremely interesting. And also it could show a message saying resource extraction, which is weird because that's what our job title is in Project Playtime. But if you combine the two phrases, they spell out execution plan resource extraction. So maybe in the future with perhaps an ARG, we could figure out why we're actually here in Project Playtime, because up until this point, we don't really have a concrete answer. But if I had to theorize, I think this is the developers basically hinting at the idea of a brand new ARG coming out super soon. However, now you may ask, when will it drop exactly? Well, clearly something is most likely going to happen on the June 27th date popping up throughout the game. Whether that be a trailer for Chapter 3 or something is up for speculation, but I think that this could be when a brand new ARG will finally be started, and this event talked about by employees and written on the sticky notes could possibly be revealed on that day and tease Chapter 3. But that's not when the teasers end, because on Discord we would also get a few different official updates on the progress of the game. For starters, the devs actually confirmed to us that Project Playtime and Chapter 3 are being done by separate teams, so the game's development actually hasn't slowed down at all despite the new game. And they also said regarding Chapter 3's in-game tapes that they were actually planning on turning them into real VHS tapes and then playing them on the screen to make them more realistic, which is cool. But by far the biggest thing the developers showed us was that they messaged, I have a Chapter 3 leak, before dropping a new photo that shows us a 144p image of a little flower. And even more, you would also send another message showing us a little portrait of some hills and a tree. Now, what these mean, or even what they are, is still very much up for speculation. But regarding the large image anyway, it looks like it's some sort of painting or mural of some sorts, either as a poster coming in the game, or perhaps more likely, it could be a painting shown in the Playcare location. Since, of course, it's where children were meant to live, and having these friendly, bubbly cloud
so much fun, right?
But
I can find the
there's
fetish,
also this little flower image. And I don't know about you, but to me, this appears to be some sort of icon or something possibly used for the UI. Maybe there will be a collectible of flowers or something, or it will be some sort of scale, but I can't really be sure. However, one last Chapter 3 secret hiding in the game I wanted to mention is going back to Project Playtime, we could see this famous poster showing some children going into a sign that leads to the play care. And what's interesting is if we zoom out a bit, we could see that the poster is put inside of a massive mural showing some weird creature with eyeballs popping out of it. Now, I've seen a couple people theorize about what this could be for, perhaps a new main antagonist or something of that nature. Well, I personally think it could be the entrance into the play care, since it looks like a tunnel and also has that friendly design that we see in other areas around the world.
Yeah,
I don't know, but let me know down in the
friendly
comments what
design.
you think
Yeah,
about it.
that's
But
so
now you're
friendly.
probably wondering, with all these teasers and stuff hiding inside of the game, what about the actual lore of Project Playtime? Well, I solved all of that and made some
Wait,
extra Chapter 3
okay.
theories in this video here.
Okay, yeah,
Subscribe and
you don't care, but I'm really excited. No advertisement. Okay, I'm really excited for finally getting Chapter 3 after over a year. You're kidding? And 10 months ago, when they teased us, someplace in 2023, some people thought in the beginning, some maybe the end, and I actually have no clue. And it's the middle, of course. Yeah, really frustrating. Frustration? I don't know what I'm talking about. Frustrating. But whatever. If you guys really want me to play probably Playtime Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, let me know in the comments. I actually only played them on my iPad because in the time when Chapter 2 was out, I had my laptop, so that was really trash. So I really want to play it. So I don't know why I can't speak today. I don't know. But yeah, and also I got later today I'm going to get a package. The ones that don't care about Lego, you maybe don't care, but I don't know. But if you can tell, if you have seen my Lego videos, go watch them. Yeah, go watch them. Go watch them. Where I unboxed the new Ninjago sets. Yeah, Ninjago City Market. After a week of waiting for it, yeah, finally it's coming today. So that's really amazing. I'm really excited. I'm so excited to get it. Oh my god, this set is so awesome. So yeah. Nothing more to say to you guys then. Please like and subscribe if you like my content and if you want to support me. What the hell? If you want to support me. And please turn notification on. Also, never going to miss any of my future videos. 450 subscribers and I will do 2 trailers to my FNAF series. And 500 subscribers and the first episode of my FNAF series will drop. So really, please help me to get to those 2 milestones. So please do that. Please, I beg you. Please. And after probably the last episode come out or something, and if you do pretty well, I will immediately begin to write the next season. I really love FNAF, and this series means so much to me. So yeah, but nothing more to say to you guys then. Have a beautiful day, guys. Goodbye!